Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're just going to be chilling today. I think I'm just going to be going hunting for a bit. I wanted to talk about this New Year's because lately I haven't been talking about more about myself. I wanted to talk about something today where I never told anyone about. So you guys are actually the first one. I haven't even told my family. I haven't even told no one actually. A lot of people always ask me, where did you learn how to edit? Where did you learn to make videos? And why did you make videos? A lot of these questions just popped up. There was one question where someone asked, where'd you even come from? So I never really explained to myself or anyone where I came from, why I chose Medivia to make content on. So it started back when I was making skating. So 4 years ago, I started skating, and basically I made a bunch of videos. I made edits. I used to go out a lot to record people, and I did that for a whole year straight because I was actually kind of bored. So that's how I came about for editing, because I was editing skateboarding, and that lasted for about a year. I think everyone I kind of ghosted a lot of people. So I used to have a lot more friends than I used to, but because I disappear, I haven't been editing skateboarding for quite a bit. After skateboarding, I made animation, and that was an interesting year. I think that lasted for also a year too. I tried animation, and when I was animating, I wasn't animating like cartoons or anything. I was actually making stick figures. And if you guys are interested in watching that, you can actually see the link down below. That animation right there took me actually 1 month straight to make. And then after that, I started making these weird videos where I was affiliating for another company. And I was actually earning money by making a video to sell this product. And it was very cheesy because it was actually kind of shady, to be honest, because even though I made like $400 from off this one video, I still felt kind of weird because I had to lie about it. I had to sell the product, so I kind of had to be basically a sleazy snake oil salesman, which is very interesting because it actually I didn't expect that I was able to sell like that, you know. I never sold anything like that and made money. You know, I usually terrible at selling things. I can't even sell. If someone gave me a Tesla, I can't even sell it for $100. That's how bad of a salesman I am. So the next thing I did was I actually went to work out. I lost about almost 35 pounds, and I actually got pretty chunky throughout the whole time. I wasn't working out, I was eating right, I was drinking soda all the time. So I started working out, and I actually got a little bit better, and now my health is a lot better than what it used to like 2 years ago, I think. So I'm a little bit more energetic than ever. After working out, I actually started playing Medivia content again, and that went pretty well too, because I didn't know why I chose Medivia, but I guess because I needed to look for something to do, and Medivia was a perfect choice because I really enjoy this game. And I think I had one goal in mind, was not just to make content, but to actually make RPG alive again, because back then I felt like I felt like Tibia was the greatest RPG game in the entire world. I mean, it was equivalent to as to me, it was equivalent to RuneScape. I think RuneScape was a bit better, but as in terms of the majority of people. But I felt like Tibia had that magical spark where you can walk into a land and be the first one to discover it, or you can actually join guilds and RPG with other players and be able to dominate other people. It was just very amusing, and I actually quite enjoyed it. I'm trying to see if I can bring back that RPG feel, RPG compared to this generation of online games right now. I feel like it's quite different now with RPG, and it's kind of sad, to be honest, because MMO online and RPG games, they used to be so different back then. You know, everyone used to RPG. I was watching a documentary that was just made recently. It was like Antica History, and it was very well made. I actually quite enjoyed it a lot because it reminded me, of course, it reminded everyone the good old days, right? When RPG was still alive, when people was used to go to each other weddings or even like role play at a bar. That was actually a thing back then, and I don't think it will ever become a thing ever again this generation, which is quite unfortunate, you know? But that's something that can come back, believe it or not. So basically, how do you get new players to play your RPG game, especially a very hardcore game like Medivia, right? Like Medivia, if you go into Medivia and you're a brand new player, you're gonna have the worst time ever. So, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of OT servers, even Medivia, they tend to look for players that already knows how to play Tibia. And I feel like that's a bad, kind of like a bad business model idea, because the thing is, eventually Medivia can die out. Because if you're only looking for old players, eventually they're gonna get old, they're gonna get married, they're gonna have kids, and eventually Medivia or Tibia will die out. Maybe not Tibia, because Tibia is always getting new Brazilian players, even like people from foreign countries. They actually have so much content. Oh, nice. They actually have so much content to the point where like on YouTube, to the point where it can inspire new players to join. As for Medivia kind of hopes for but they kind of hope for new players to join that are already veterans from other OT server. So the biggest thing is, I guess the biggest question is, what can we do in order to bring new players, new kids, Gen Zs, like 14-year-olds, 10-year-olds? I know that sounds weird, but the younger the players, the longer the game will last, because they'll grow older. They'll still have their prime age, like from like 14 to all the way to 25, to still be able to play Tibia, or I'm sorry, Medivia. So that's the biggest thing. What can we do to inspire new players to join our game? So yeah, I was thinking, like, what can we do to bring new players, right? So the best way to bring new players for especially a difficult game like this is to kind of treat it as the most hardest MMO game in the world. And it's true though. I think Medivia is actually the most hardest MMO game in the world. It sounds over dramatic, but it's 100% true, because you die and you lose like literally 2 levels day worth of your, like you lose days worth of your levels just dying once. And sometimes you lose some of your equipment unless you have AOL and Blessing. But like, that's what makes Medivia hard. It makes it very interesting. And not only that, but the fact that it's also a true RPG game, because the fact that you can actually explore the open world, you can actually discover new lands that people have never touched. And it's amazing how Medivia is able to produce that kind of content, because not many RPG games are like that, except, you know, maybe Tibia, but Tibia is actually kind of lame now, you know. Tibia actually kind of gave up, in my opinion. Tibia gave up their RPG feel to move into, like, I'm not trashing Tibia, but Tibia actually moved into, like, you know, pay for win, you know, fast leveling, all that kind of silly things that they added on, because they knew that this generation right now prefer easy stuff. They prefer quick. They want the content now. They want to level up to 200 in a day. You know, like, they want to do all these things to be able to, like, I don't know, I guess people in this generation is impatient now. You know, they don't enjoy the little things. While in Medivia, you know, like, you could still have fun in Medivia even at like level 20 to 30. But the problem is that people are too impatient. You know, they're not looking at the little things. They're looking at the big picture. You know, they're looking at the demon hunts. They're looking at all these dragon lord hunt. They want to get there. They want to be that person right away. And I think that people are kind of like getting too greedy nowadays in this generation. You know, it's never about the little things anymore. It's always about the big things. back to my thing I was talking about is what can we do to inspire new players? It's actually to promote this game, and to promote this game as the hardest MMO game in the internet, and that it should deserve some recognition for it. Another thing is that we actually need more tutorials on how to exactly play this game. Of course, I actually do have a little thing coming up in the future where I do want to make a tutorial for freshly new baked little Medivian players. So that's going to be an interesting thing, because I kind of want to see if I can bring more players to the game, not just veterans, but like newer, younger age, young fresh kids ready to learn how to be a true RPGers. And I'm actually like very interested in to see if I can make that happen. Like, the thing is, a lot of kids are actually missing out on what true RPG games are like. They're too busy playing all these weird games like Among Us, and like they're not really RPG, but like it's just like, I don't know, like games like Fortnite, some games like those games are only gonna like, they're only grinding, they're only like shooting things, they're doing repetitive things. While in Medivia, you do like lots of things. You can RPG, you can roleplay, you can join guilds, you can make friends, you know, socialize with people. While in like Fortnite, you're just randomly shooting players and trash talking other people. Even Tibia, like I feel like Tibia nowadays is like weird too. It's not. People are just leveling. If you go on stream right now, I mean, then again, people do the same thing in Medivia. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Jesus, I talk too much. There we go. It sounds weird for me to be talking about this, because usually my little videos is usually all about having fun, but I kind of want to make it more about just talking about opinions and what we can do to make the game more fun and better. I like being that content where I can have fun and show positive things, but sometimes there's a little bit of realness of me, you know? Sometimes I like to talk about things like this because I have a lot of opinions about, you know, everything. Yeah, so right now, as you can see, I'm actually doing the dragon task. You can't see it right now because my face is blocking it, but I'm actually have about 1,221 dragon killed so far. So actually, I need a total of 2,500 to be able to finish this task. I'm hoping that this will actually bring me to level 100, because this is actually a really hard task. I think I wasted like at least 50 backpack of heavy magic missile runes chilling here. That's and like maybe 20 backpack of UH or 30. But I got a lot of loot though, which I'm actually gonna post the loot. I haven't sold any of the loot yet. I'm hoping to gather all the loot after 2,500 kills and kind of like just show you guys what it looks like. I don't gather the little loots, I only gather like the bigger loots, and I actually haven't got this just started yet. So yeah, this is actually a weird, interesting episode, because I usually post, you know, funny stuff, me adventuring around, fucking dying. I'm like also excited to see what next update Medivia is gonna have. Also, about streaming, I'll be quite honest, I've been thinking about streaming for quite a bit, and you guys know, because a lot of you guys are already following my Twitch account. I do apologize, I just don't know when I will be streaming. I think I'll be streaming sometime soon, but lately I haven't been thinking about if I want to or not. I guess because I like the feeling of not having someone watching me constantly. I think that's the thing though. I think like if you guys watch my videos, it's okay, but if someone was there watching me playing the game, I feel weird about it. I don't know. I actually never thought, like I'm always feel weird about people watching me play, even in real life. You know, if my girlfriend decided to watch me play, sometimes I feel weird about it, you know? So imagining like 50 to even like 10 people watching me play at once is just, I don't know. Maybe one of these days I will try to stream. I will link my Twitch account down below if you guys do want to follow it, just in case if I do ever turn on my stream. But the likely chance of that happening anytime soon is probably like not in maybe a couple months. I don't know. I gotta wait till I'm ready. And socializing for me is like the most difficult thing too, because I'm not much of a socializer, believe it or not. Oh my god, dude, I'm filthy. Look at this. 2 dragon hammers and 1 dragon shield. Oh my lord. I'm doing good in this hunt. But yeah, like I was saying was, I was never good at socializing with people. So if you try to socialize with me on stream, oh my lord, you probably unfollow me so quick. Yeah, it's like socializing is not my thing. I don't socialize at all. Like, I can make a video and talk to myself. Like right now, I'm talking to myself to make this video for you guys. And the interesting thing about it is that if I don't like the way I talk, I can easily edit it and cut it off, right? So I'm not supposed to say that, but believe it or not, that's the truth. The truth is that if you know how to edit, if you know how to cut videos, you can actually edit out the things that you don't like. So if I say something like, oh yeah, like, you know, I love dogs, buttholes, like I could easily cut that off and then, you know, just say I love dogs and not say butthole. I think dying at this level will be kind of quite sad because it's like a day worth of leveling. So to me, like, I gotta like conserve my levels if I want to hit the three digit level 100. You know, I made a goal to hit level 100 by next 2 weeks at least. I mean, hopefully this dragon task will bring me there, but we'll see. Maybe it might bring me close like 98. You know, I'd be fine with 98. 98 is not too bad. I just gotta make sure I don't die. I already died like 2 days ago by dragon because I wasn't paying attention, which kind of fucked me up a little bit mentally. How do you guys liking the new sound system, by the way? I've been like actually playing the game a lot, just listening to the sounds and everything like that, and I feel like it's such a different game now with like the whole system. I actually quite like it a lot. Hopefully they keep continuing like updating the sound, because that's such a huge game changer for Medivia, you know. Hopefully Medivia stays the same way as always, a classic RPG game. That's one thing, because not many RPG games is like Medivia. There's one game that's actually, believe it or not, is similar to Medivia. It's called Albion Online, and I played it once. It was actually not bad. The only problem is that it's too heavily focused on PvP. Now, I like PvP. I just, sometimes you gotta balance it out, you know, because you need to balance PvP and also RPG. Now, the game does offer RPG stuff, like you can actually own a farm at your own land, you can cook, you can be a trader, but the game still heavily focused on PvP. Like every update they come out with, sometimes it's like, oh, you can now have territory to PvP on, and like, to me that feels iffy and weird. I think I played it like a long time ago, and that's the only game that has the RPG. Like RuneScape, I haven't tried it in a long time, so I'm not sure what they have. I know MapleStory changed a lot. Dude, MapleStory changed way a lot, honestly. I'm like, back then, just MapleStory was actually a hard game. To get to level 200 took like years, dude. Years to get to level 200. Now it takes you 2 days to get level 200. Like, what the heck? What's up with that, you know? But that's what it is, guys. I think RPG is like dying. I think it's all about the grinding, the leveling, buying from cash shops, you know, because like even pay to win is a thing now, like for every MMO game. I don't know, I think corporations are just losing focus on what RPG is supposed to be like, and they're focusing on more of the money side, and I don't blame them. But the only problem is that, you know, like, how much money do you really need, you know? Like, how about having a passion for like RPG games and keeping that belief alive? You know, like, I don't know, like, money is such a problem nowadays, is that people focus on the money too much. I think, like, for example, like, people ask me, like, why do you choose Medivia? You're like, why do you choose Medivia to make content when you can make content for regular Tibia? And I was like, well, isn't it obvious? It's because I enjoy Medivia more than Tibia. right? And they're like, yeah, but you could earn more views, you can earn more money. I'm like, money? I'm like, I can barely make money off Tibia. If anything, I maybe like if I had like 100,000 subscribers, I don't even know if I can make more than $100. I have no idea. But the only thing is, like, the reason why I play Medivh is because I enjoy it. I like this game. This game is really fun. Like, I like the RPG. I like that they don't have that like stacks of pay to win on their cash shop or their stores, you know. Like, Tibia is allowing character auction. Like, you can actually buy a level 200. Like, that's the weirdest thing ever. Like, back then they said no, you can't do that, and like it's kind of like cheating. But now you can actually allow to sell characters, which is, I don't know, that's ridiculous, man. Like, Tibia is like a sellout. Like, it makes me kind of mad thinking about it, because how their corporation literally changed course to becoming the best RPG game to now becoming like a sellout, like for stuff like that. Like, I know, I get it. Some people do enjoy Tibia, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. People enjoy different things. People play Among Us, and I don't get that game. I actually hate that game. To be honest, that game is like weird to me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, but people like it. People love it. I get it. You know, people have different opinions and different perspective of games. But for me, I want RPG to stay alive. That's the biggest thing. I want more Mysteriondos, because that feels nice to have Mysteriondos, to know like that you're the first person to discover things or the first person to find a quest. Like, that RPG is very hard to find in games, and I like that. But yeah, guys, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I made this like a short video because I really wanted to talk to you guys about this, and like kind of like give you guys the heads up like what's going on in my headset, right, like my mindset right now. I do want to aim for a different approach with this, and I think this is a very cool approach to talk about opinions and like and things that that are very interesting for like just talk about. I like talking, you know, that's just my thing. But I'll see you guys in the next episode. I think the next episode I'll probably post it by Monday or Tuesday. Since my I don't know, it's kind of like getting easier to edit with this new computer, so I don't think it'll be a problem. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Later.